Hello, my beautiful starseed. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Gobind, and this is your channel for grace. Let's hop right into your astrology and tarot reading for Leo season of summer 2021. Hello, Leo. First of all, happy birthday. This is your season. We're going to start with the astrology, and I'm going to tell you what are the major events that are going to happen this Leo season, meaning when the sun is traveling through the sign of Leo, and what this means for you, where these events are going to be happening in your chart. So you're going to get this very beautiful kind of overall perspective of the whole season astrologically, and then we'll get to the tarot reading. The first thing that is going to happen right away when the sun is going to move into Leo is we're going to have this very powerful full moon in Aquarius at 1 degree. And so the sun is going to be right here in your first house, of course, and then the moon is going to be over here in your 7th house in Aquarius. And this is something that is an opposition. And so this is an aspect that is that happens every time there is a full moon. Full moons activate powerful energies. What this means is that we focus on where the moon is during a full moon. The full moon is going to be happening in your 7th house, which is the house of relationships. So for you, this is going to be like kind of the whole season is going to go like this. It's going to be like your first house and your 7th house. The first house is the house of self, and the 7th house is the house of relationships. The phrase that I use for this moon, the descriptive phrase, is actually the unknown beckons. And this is a powerful activation of something that is hidden or may feel like it's hidden or feels like you want to explore more within relationships is coming alive right away. At the beginning of the season, it's like we are hit with this like powerful full moon in Aquarius, and it's going to be in your 7th house. So affecting everything that has to do with relationships. And it doesn't have to be romantic relationships, but it definitely can be romantic relationships, but it can also be business partnerships. So I feel like this full moon is going to shine a light, because this is the sun and the moon, the two luminaries. They're going to shine a light on and highlight what's happening in the world of relationships. And you're going to feel your power turned on, because this is your season. This is why we're starting with your reading, the very first one of these readings that I will ever do. And I'm really excited that it starts with Leo. I have a Leo moon, so for me, I love this energy. It is very playful when the sun is in Leo. It is all about having fun and enjoying yourself and being courageous and just stepping into your power. So this full moon, which is going to be the first one of the season, starts right here. So this is the theme, that it'll start right here, and then at the end of the season it'll complete itself, because there's going to be a second full moon in Aquarius. And that's the very first thing that's going to happen right away as we move into Leo season. The second thing is that Mercury is also going to move into the sign of Leo as well. So he's going to be right here in your first house along with the sun for the whole season. Not the whole season. He's going to change into Virgo as well. But the next thing that happens is that Mars moves into the sign of Virgo. And that means that he's going to enter into your 2nd house, which is the house of values. It's the house of money. It's the house of self-esteem. So the action that Mars wants you to take, it's towards bringing abundance into your life. It's making things happen, taking action, and having the courage, because Mars is very courageous energy. He's ruled by the energy of Aries. It's also about getting organize in terms of everything that has to do with the second house. Like, get organized with your money, like get organized with your own like self, get grounded, take action towards making things happen. But the Virgo energy is all about that organization and is all about also focusing on the details. What's going to happen next, which is, and I'll give you some dates for this. The full moon, the sun enters Leo on July 22nd. The Mercury enters Leo on, let me get the exact date, on July 27th. Mars enters Virgo on July 29th. And now we're going to get to the new moon in Leo. So on August 8th, which is literally the Lion's Gate, the moon is going to meet up with the sun in the sign of Leo, which means there's going to be a new moon in your first house of the self. And the theme for this moon is on fire with the power of radical changes. You're going to feel within yourself this intense activation of like, this is who I am. You're going to want to like roar like the lion. You're going to want to shine your light the brightest. With this moon being exactly on the day of the Lion's Gate, which is traditionally the day that the sun aligns with the Sirius star system, and there's like intense ancient Egypt vibes, goddess Isis, Osiris, the pyramids aligning with the Orion constellation. I mean, this is a powerful portal that this new moon is aligning itself with. So I feel like for you, this month is going to feel like you get to come out like the lion that you are and just shine your light, express your inner self, and feel really, really good. And you're going to notice that throughout the whole month, this theme of like yourself versus your relationships, or you within your relationships, is going to continue to come through as the month moves on. So the next thing that happens is on August 11th, then Mercury makes his way into Virgo and enters your second house. So this is your mind focusing, your thoughts focusing on, again, money and values and self-esteem. So there's going to be a lot of organizational energy that kind of travels through for you this month. You're going to feel that expansiveness of yourself, but then your mind wants to focus on the details and get things going and organized so that you can feel like you're going in the right direction. On the 11th, there's also a Venus moon portal in the sign of Virgo, and this is a beautiful energy for relationships. So this is a good day to have fun with loved ones. This is like for more than anything romantic relationships, but this is definitely something that is going to feel like we are striving for the perfection, for the beauty that lives within the virgin, right? This is the purity of like soulmate connections. Venus will then enter Libra on August 16th. So she's actually going to move into your third house. And this is the house of communication. It's also the house of siblings. But mostly what you're going to feel, because Venus in Libra is at her dignity. I mean, she rules this sign. She's going to be very strong. This is going to be a very strong transit. We're going to feel the desire to harmonize and balance our lives. And for you, this is going to have to do with communication in your third house. So you can use this time to find that harmony and that balance within your relationships, because Venus does rule relationships. It's also art. Like Libra is art. So to go explore things that are beautiful for you is going to be another really important thing. Okay, let's talk about the transit of Uranus retrograde on August 22nd, which is basically the last day that the sun is going to be in the sign of Leo. This is a very powerful day because there's a lot of things going on. The first one is there's that second full moon in the sign of Aquarius. So again, this is like the completion of this energy. Uranus, who is currently in the sign of Taurus, in your 10th house is going to go retrograde. And let me just say Uranus right here. And then what's going to happen right after, the sun is going to move into Virgo and we're going to enter Virgo season. Like all of those things are happening on the same day. What this also means is that this full moon is technically making, because these are 3 signs away, 1, 2, 3, and then from this side, 1, 2, 3. Technically, this is making like a T-square in your chart to Uranus. So for both of the full moons in Aquarius, this energy is sort of here. And Uranus is the unpredictable energy. He brings in things that feel like sometimes they came out of nowhere. This is also emotions that seem like they come out of nowhere. This full moon in Aquarius, again, is highlighting relationships for you, but you have now gone through that new moon in Leo on the 8th, which reawakens your inner fire, like your passion and your creativity. When Uranus goes retrograde, we experience a strong need to eliminate any unnecessary complications that hinder our freedoms. And this different perspective leads to a huge paradigm shift. Uranus will be retrograde from August 19th through January 18th of 2022. So this is a long transit. All of these outer planets have long transits. And because Uranus is the planet of freedom, he breaks the chains. So this is about setting yourself free. With Uranus transiting your 10th house of career, the theme has been like, who am I when I show up with the world? Who's the real me? Who's the new me? The revolutionary me that wants to just live my life according to my heart, your heart space, because you're a Leo. So this is how Leo season is going to end. So to recap, we're going to have the sun entering the sign of Leo, activating your first house of creativity, or your first house of self-identity, activating your own sense of creativity. As well, Mercury will be there as well, right at the beginning. So you'll have this very strong Leo energy. We'll also have that full moon happening in your 7th house of relationships. Mars will move into Virgo as well, and this is going to help you to take action towards getting more organized in your life. The new moon in Leo is also going to happen in your first house. So again, another fully activating energy for yourself and your identity. And then Mercury will enter the 2nd house of Virgo. Venus will enter the sign of Libra, bringing more harmony and communication for you. Uranus will go retrograde in your 10th house of career and life path. And then the second full moon in Aquarius will happen. So the themes that are present here for you this month is your self-identity, your sense of values and self-esteem, your communication and how you channel information, how you express yourself and your true voice, your relationships and your life path and your career. And you'll see these things are going to be the main themes that are going to be highlighted during this month. Let's hop on over to the tarot cards and see what they have to tell you, what message your spirit guides, angels, and teachers want to tell you through the cards. All right, Leo, let's take a look at the tarot and oracle cards and what message they have for you for this season. So I actually think these cards that came out are like super epic. You get the Queen of Cups, the Six of Wands, the Two of Swords, it's in reverse, and the Nine of Wands upright. The first thing that we can definitely, see or witness or exactly know what you're feeling is that there's a lot of emotions. However, with this Queen of Cups, she is actually in control of her emotions. She is holding the energy of her heart, because like the emotions is the water, and we're moving out of Cancer season and into Leo season. So it's like for you, moving into Leo season where we get to see what the energy of the sun is, which is the rulership of Leo, is like you're sitting on the throne and you're holding all your emotions and all your heart at your heart center. And it's just like this beautiful energy of like, we've completed. I feel like this is the completion of Cancer season. This card, we have now reached the full cycle of Cancer season. And now we are getting ready to enter a more fiery energy, which we can see completely from the Six of Wands, which is the card of victory. This is where you literally may feel that you have reached a moment of maybe completion, but more than that, the process that you're going through is a process where you've had to activate your courage. This season for you also, I feel like, is going to be a victorious season. And of course, after looking at the astrology, this is definitely what we are experiencing and witnessing. The Two of Swords in reverse is really cool because it's like if you have felt like you couldn't make up your mind or you can't make a decision or there's some kind of indecisiveness, that's over. When Leo season arrives and the sun moves into the sign of Leo, that insecurity, that indecisiveness is done. And the reason is because Nine of Wands, you are now in your courage. You are now in your strength. This is your season. Oh my God, I just love the cards that have come out for you, the tarot cards that have come out for you for this reading. Before I go any further, I do want to mention that I am featuring in this reading the Leo Essential Oil Roller. If you want to check it out on Chandra Sangat's Etsy shop, you can purchase it. It's actually amazing. And they're used with the doTERRA essential oils, and they're just like, oh, so amazing. So if you want to be in your energy this Leo season, you can get this roller and use it and put it on your wrist and put it on like wherever. And that will help you to really connect with your energy and the energy of the sun. So I did pull an animal card, and the animal that you get for this season is the swan. And the swan is about beauty, but it's also about serenity and grace. Do you see that she has the blindfold on? She is like, and she's also in the water, but she's like coming out of the water. There's a transition. I feel a transition with this energy, but to fully be in your grace this month, you have to not see with your eyes or your mind. You actually have to see with your heart. And that is what this card is asking you to do. Trust your heart and just flow right into the grace that the swan can bring for you. We also get the sun card. These are my awesome Sedona cards. The sun came out, which I think is amazing. Also joy and healing, but it's so cool because the sun rules the sign of Leo. So we just keep getting a lot of like activation, fiery energy for you with these cards. It's just like it feels like a very alive kind of a reading. I also pulled a card for you from Beyond Lemuria. I'm gonna read to you also what the card says. This is the card of, let's see if it'll focus. Maybe. Here we go. Star Seer. Look how beautiful this card is. You can see like also her third eye, in the image of the star, you actually see someone like climbing up a ladder towards the star, and the star in tarot represents our dreams. The image of this card and the description in the book is to listen to your intuition. This is a call to listen to your intuition, to trust in the holistic journey. This is about dreams finding their way into being. This is also about the bigger picture, a more aligned outcome than you expected, and clarity on the greater path. And the reason why I feel like this is so amazing is because you also got, remember, with the Two of Swords reverse, that's the clarity that has arrived. This is your dreams that are coming fully into reality. So So far, I'm amazed. I'm going to pull a card, or I did pull a card from the Sacred Sites Oracle deck, which I also love. And this is more to connect with like starseed energy and ancient civilizations. You got the card of Mount Shasta. Mount Shasta. Look at the beautiful card. The feather, the eagle, you know, flying the mountain, obviously. What this represents for you is seeing the bigger picture more than anything else. Because when you think of the eagle flies to the sun, flies the closest to God. In a lot of Native cultures, the eagle is about moving upwards, like upward movements towards the divine, towards divinity. This is about, to see the bigger picture, you need to find your inner serenity. And again, when we look at the swan card, we also see that grace. And the same message comes through with this. This is a vision quest that you're on. This is a meditative space. This is a sacred space. And it's about seeking out your higher self, your higher perspective. This is about connecting with your heart space, which in turn is the center of the soul. This is upward movements for you, Leo. I feel so intensely right now. And I love that you're getting all of these energies that literally connect with the light of the sun. This season is going to be amazing for you. And as I shuffle from the Starseed Oracle cards, I'm going to pull a few cards from this. I want to remind you to make sure to give this video a thumbs up, to hit that notification bell, and subscribe if you are new to the channel. Also, make sure to download my free moon astrology guide, which is going to tell you what your psychic gifts are based off of your moon sign. It'll also enter you into my email list, and I send out a weekly moon magic report, which is basically the astrological forecast for the week. If you want to get personal readings, check them out or book on my website, channelforgrace.guru, and make sure to check the description for all other important information and offerings and all the links to everything that I have just described. So let's see what the Starseed Oracle deck wants to tell you. Here we go. First card we get, Inner Earth. Oh, I actually really like this. You'll survive this. New solutions and beginnings. I love that. Inner Earth. This also reminds me of connecting to your inner self, more than inner earth, also connecting to your inner self and allowing the wisdom that comes from within to shine out, which is exactly what Leo season is all about. You also get this card called Hireth. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Longing for home, homesick for the stars. Yes, this is definitely the energy of what happens when we remember who we are. You are totally remembering who you are. And in that process of remembering who you are this month, you may feel a little homesick for your star family. And the very last card we get is the card of the Void, which says, stop, embrace winter, the great cosmic womb. What this card always reminds me of is the possibilities. There is infinite possibilities this month when you realize the infiniteness, if that's even a word, of the world and the universe that we live in. So thank you so much, Leo, for watching this video. I will see you again next time, and I hope you have a beautiful Leo season.